For decades, war at sea belonged to destroyers, submarines, and aircraft carriers. Now, 3 drone boats have rewritten the rules. As America launches its first maritime drone strike against Iran, the fight for the Strait of Hormuz officially enters a dangerous new era. Three unmanned vessels slipped into the waters off Bandar Abbas under cover of darkness. What followed was a first for the American military and a fresh spark in a war already spiraling across the Gulf. US Central Command says its forces used maritime suicide drones for the first time in combat, striking an Iranian submarine and a naval vessel maintenance facility at Bandar Abbas. 3 Corsair-class drones hit the base, degrading, the command said, Iran's ability to keep targeting commercial ships in the strait.
Yesterday, using multiple one-way attack surface drones, CENTCOM forces successfully struck a submarine and ship maintenance facility in Iran.
The strike landed hours before US President Donald Trump escalated the standoff further, declaring the United States would charge ships a 20% toll to pass through the Strait of Hormuz.
What nobody knows, we had a deal. It was a done deal. And then they broke it. They always break it. We've had 10 deals with these people. And so we're just going to hit them very hard. And we're going to keep the strait, and we'll probably run it. We'll become the guardian of the strait. Maybe we'll call it the guardian angel of the strait. And we should be reimbursed for that.
Iran answered fast. Its Revolutionary Guard said it struck facilities in Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, and Jordan overnight. Retaliation for the US strikes just hours earlier. The exchange has thrown into doubt an interim agreement reached last month, one meant to reopen the strait and end the fighting after 60 days of negotiation. Both Washington and Tehran now claim they control the waterway. Neither is backing down, and with drones in the water and warships circling, the strait that carries a fifth of the world's oil is no longer just contested. It is a battlefield. The military confrontation between the United States and Iran appears to be widening across the Gulf, with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, claiming that it launched a drone strike against American missile systems stationed in Kuwait on July 12th. According to a statement carried by Iran's semi-official Fars news agency, the IRGC claimed the attack targeted US HIMARS rocket artillery systems.
We conducted a precision drone operation targeting US ground-to-ground missile platforms, both the launchers and their loaded missile pods, ready to fire towards Iran, putting them out of action.
Unverified reports claimed 3 US military officers were killed and several others wounded. Neither the United States nor Kuwait had confirmed those claims at the time of reporting. Separate footage circulating online and reports from Mehr news agency claimed Iranian forces launched 3 ballistic missiles at US ATACMS ground-to-ground missile systems stationed in Kuwait. However, the IRGC had not officially commented on those specific reports at the time they emerged. The latest claims come after the IRGC accused the United States and Israel of carrying out repeated strikes on Iranian territory since February, including attacks along Iran's southern coastline using HIMARS systems. Hours before the IRGC's announcement, Kuwait's military confirmed that 3 northern border posts had come under attack, causing material damage. Authorities also said a drone struck an offshore drilling platform operated by Kuwait Oil Company, injuring 1 worker. Kuwaiti officials did not identify who carried out the attacks, but said air defense units were actively intercepting hostile aerial targets. Meanwhile, Mehr news agency reported fresh exchanges elsewhere in the region, claiming an Iranian strike targeted a US vessel in the Strait of Hormuz, while explosions were reported in the Iranian port cities of Qeshm and Bandar Abbas, following reported American attacks along Iran's southern coast. The reports could not be independently verified. With competing battlefield claims, limited independent verification, and no indication of de-escalation, tensions across the Gulf continue to rise as both Washington and Tehran exchange military actions and accusations. The United States has launched another wave of strikes against Iran, targeting military infrastructure across the country as tensions over the Strait of Hormuz continue to escalate, while fresh satellite imagery is raising new concerns over the security of Iran's nuclear facilities. According to U.S. Central Command, American forces carried out coordinated attacks on dozens of targets on July 12th using fighter aircraft, naval vessels, one-way attack aerial drones, and, for the first time, one-way attack sea drones.
U.S. Central Command completed a new wave of offensive strikes against Iran July 12th, hitting dozens of targets at multiple locations with precision munitions to degrade Iran's ability to continue attacking international shipping flowing through the Strait of Hormuz.
CENTCOM said the strikes targeted Iran's military capabilities linked to operations around the strategic waterway.
CENTCOM forces struck Iranian military air defense systems, coastal radar sites, missile and drone capabilities, and small boats using U.S. fighter aircraft, naval vessels, one-way attack aerial drones, and one-way attack sea drones for the first time. The Strait of Hormuz is a vital maritime corridor for global trade. Iran does not control it.
As the strikes unfolded, satellite imagery analyzed by Egypt's Intel Observer indicated that a building inside Iran's Bushehr nuclear power plant complex was destroyed, only meters from the facility's operating reactor. The damaged structure appears to be part of the construction area for 2 additional reactors. This comes after CNN, citing satellite analysis by the Institute for Science and International Security, reported signs that Iran may be rebuilding parts of its nuclear infrastructure damaged in previous attacks. Iran's Atomic Energy Organization, meanwhile, dismissed reports of a U.S. strike on the Bushehr nuclear power plant, confirming that the facility is fully intact.
The plant is operating under safe, stable, and normal conditions, with all units and facilities functioning normally.
The Iranian Students' News Agency, citing Bushehr Governor Mohammad Mozaffari, reported that 10 U.S. strikes targeted 4 sites in the southern province, with no casualties documented. Located on Iran's Gulf Coast, Bushehr is the country's first and largest nuclear power plant. It was built with Russian technical assistance. The developments have renewed attention to a warning issued in 2025 by IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi, who cautioned that any direct strike on Bushehr could trigger a major radiological disaster requiring evacuations across hundreds of kilometers, including parts of neighboring Gulf states. Meanwhile, footage aired by Irib News showed a massive fire engulfing a destroyed hangar at Omidyeh Airport in Iran's southwestern Khuzestan province. Local officials said 4 locations across Omidyeh and Mashhad were struck by U.S. projectiles shortly after 1:45 a.m. local time. Iran responded by announcing a new round of retaliatory operations against U.S. military facilities across the Gulf. The IRGC said it targeted the Prince Hassan Air Base in Jordan with missiles and drones, setting fire to several fuel depots and ammunition storage facilities. In a statement, the IRGC said the attack was the first phase of its response to U.S. strikes on Iranian coastal military bases. Bahrain's Interior Ministry has said sirens have been sounded again, warning people to remain calm and head to the nearest safe place. The warning came as the IRGC claimed it had launched the second phase of its retaliation against Bahrain's Sheikh Issa Air Base, saying it struck helicopter maintenance facilities, a hangar housing a P-8 maritime patrol aircraft, and a U.S. drone command and control center. The IRGC also claimed its aerospace forces had completely destroyed fuel storage tanks and Patriot air defense systems at Ali Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait, along with a strategic FPS radar system at Ahmed Al Jaber Air Base, calling it the third phase of its Eye for an Eye operation.